Good morning. Happy Monday. Alexis Bellino and Shannon Beador's ex, John Jansen, are official, making out on a boat. We have Brandi Glanville that's dropping text messages and calling out Bravo and Ultimate Girls Trip, Roni Legacy. Interesting. Lots of thoughts. We're going to discuss it. I hope you is ready for it. Let's get into it.
Oh, hi, it's me, Zack Pack, pop culture junkie, reality TV insider, published author, and host of the No Filter with Zack Pack podcast. Here I'll bring you all the latest news on the Real Housewives, deep dives into celebrity legal scandals, and unfiltered convos with your favorite stars. I've got you covered. And yes, I always keep receipts. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest tea. Now, let's dive in.
It's a beautiful morning. Oh. Okay. Hi, guys. What's going on? Happy Monday. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you had a good Hanukkah and are getting ready for Christmas. If you guys celebrate Christmas, it is starting this week. We have Christmas Eve on Sunday and then Christmas Day up this upcoming Monday. We're 1 week away. I haven't even finished my holiday shopping. I haven't even decorated my tree. Oh, what a time. What a wonderful, what is it? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Or is it? It's gloomy in LA. It's supposed to be raining this week. So, oy, oy, oy. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Okay. Let's see. What should we start with? Should we start with John Jansen and Alexis Bellino? Because there is so much. I'm a little sniffly. I feel a little under the weather. I've still been, I have my hot tea right here. I did my workout this morning, took a night off from the doggies. They spent the night at my mom's house last night. So, I'm just recuperating, trying to stay healthy this holiday season. But okay, let's talk about John Jansen and not Shannon Storm's Beador, because Shannon Storm's Beador is done with him. But we have Alexis, Jesus Jugs. He was out there rubbing on them Jesus Jugs. They were on a boat over the weekend celebrating. She was having some sort of girls' weekend on some sort of yacht. She posted a photo. Then Bravo and Cocktails posted a video that someone took from the boat, and I sent it to Bravo and Cocktails. And it's a video of John Jansen and Alexis Bellino making out. And then someone in the background was like, oh, this again. So they are very much open and very much out there with their relationship. They're not hiding it at all. They're friends. If they're already rolling their eyes at this, and that means the friends are pretty familiar with it. So it's just interesting that they are going so hard with this, that they are just going all in, especially since he was not in a relationship with Shannon Beador. I don't know. Love is complicated, guys. It's complicated, and poor Shannon is probably just going on a bender right now. Somebody check on RHOC. She's about to rip through the streets of Newport. Tokyo Drift. They're official, though. John Jansen and Alexis Bellino. Alexis does not look like she's going to be returning to the Real Houses of Orange County. So I heard something about it had to do with her child support, but I also heard that they weren't offering her a full-time spot. So I'm assuming she turned it down because the money wasn't there. There wasn't enough good money. Listen, if she was going to be coming back, she was going to be bringing a lot. And I think if she was going to come back, they should have absolutely given her an orange. She deserved that for what she would be bringing to this new season and how it would affect Shannon. So, we'll have to wait and see. But, mamma mia. Let's see. How are we feeling about Shannon and Jesus Jugs? Good for them. I don't really understand their relationship. I think it's kind of strange, but they had to have known each other for a while. I like Alexis. I think we should have absolutely brought her back to Orange County. I thought she would have been a great addition in this new season. I thought, she has history with the other women. Tamra Judge seems to be friendly with her because Tamra also liked she posted a photo, not of her and John Jansen, but of her and two of her girlfriends that were also on that boat, because they didn't post this video of them making out. Somebody sent it into Bravo and Cocktail, but she did post on her Instagram a photo of her and two girlfriends, which Tamara liked. So Tamara seems to be talking to Alexis, which is also weird. We know that Tamara and Shannon are on the outs right now. Tamara's not happy with something that Shannon did. So, she did an interview recently, I think it was with Access Hollywood, where she said that Shannon is on her naughty list this time of year. So Tamara's messy. I mean, we love Tamara, right? But like messy. If she's over here like liking Alexis's things, Alexis is with John, and we know John and Shannon. I don't know. It sounds all sorts of messy, but I'm kind of ready for this new season. I just wish they would bring back Alexis, but we know that they don't. Or at least they're not. As of right now, they're not planning on it. But also in like couples relationship news, we have Mauricio, who spotted out with the woman Aspen, a younger woman, pretty girl, fair skin, dark hair, looks kind of young. He was having dinner and paparazzi caught him in Aspen leaving. Kyle, I believe, is in, I don't know where she's at, but she's with Morgan Wade. They're filming her documentary. I'm going to make you fall in love with me. So it's funny. Last week we went over Morgan Wade's lyrics from the song 27 Club. It's interesting to see where they're at. They seem done at this point, right? Like there's no more we're working on a marriage. Like at this point, it seems like Kyle and Mauricio have officially wrapped, right? Put a condom on it, it's wrapped. But so this woman he's spotted with, I mean, I guess she's a woman. She looks very young. Her name is Alexandra Wolf. She's a social media influencer. I'm not really sure what she influences, because if you look at her Instagram, she's got 19,000 subscribers. Alexandria Wolf. Her Instagram account is Alexandra Wolf with an underscore at the end of it. And she says that she's a designer, standard poodle show dog, Gatsby. So she has a dog and she lives in Beverly Hills. So they clearly went to, if she's from Beverly Hills and he's from Beverly Hills and they're both in Aspen together, then I'm assuming he took her to Aspen with him. I mean, listen, she's a pretty girl. She takes really pretty photos. Again, as an influencer, I'm not really sure what she influenced. Is she a fashion influencer? I don't really know what she does. She just has a lot of like pretty, look at me, I'm so cute, little Instagram posts, which good for her. I mean, listen, Mauricio's single and he's trying to live out his best life. I just think Kyle and Mauricio need to officially make it official that they're done. I know that they're separated, but they were working on things. But at this point, it doesn't look like they're working on things. They're living two completely separate lives. So I don't know what's left to work on at this point. It just seems like they're donesos. I don't know. He's got himself a new girl. She's got herself Morgan Wade. I think Kyle should just dive full into her relationship. Yeah, I think she probably slid into his DMs. Otherwise, where else is he going to meet her? Unless he met her at some Dancing with the Stars event or something. But I don't know. I don't see her being in the Hollywood crowd because she's just a pretty fashion influencer. And, I don't know. It's interesting though. But what is California divorce law? I don't know California lives. But while we're on the topic of Beverly Hills, so we have Real Housewives of Dallas star Dr. Tiffany Moon. You may remember her from, it was the final season of Dallas. Tiffany Moon was the newbie that joined in. She's always on Instagram and TikTok, and she does all the cute things. She was an anesthesiologist, right? So she is now calling out Beverly Hills newbie Anne Marie because of the most recent episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. People were sending Tiffany the clip from Sutton's 4-year anniversary party where you see Anne Marie and Sutton kind of going at it over Sutton's esophagus because Sutton has a small esophagus, and Tiffany and Anne Marie is a small esophagus is not a medical condition. It's a symptom of something else. Which, I mean, to be fair, like, I know a lot of people are giving Anne-Marie a lot of shit for it, and I even talked about it last week. Like, I wasn't a fan of her going to, like, Sutton's event and calling out Sutton and all of that stuff. But, I mean, Anne-Marie did have good points. Like, I have a small esophagus. Like, that's not really, that's not, like, a medical condition that you have a small esophagus. It was is a symptom of something, and it's usually a symptom of having a sphincter, which is basically a narrowing in your esophagus, which does make it hard to swallow. And so, she was just saying you chew your food more and it goes down easier. I mean, yes, if you chew your food more and you chew your food slower and you small bites, that is something that I'm assuming can help if you have a narrowing in your esophagus, you have a sphincter. But, like, I don't know. I didn't love Anne-Marie calling it. I thought that that was the wrong place and the wrong time. And also, Sutton's esophagus is Sutton's business, right? Like, it's not your business to be inserting yourself into, after Sutton get her esophagus stretched out on the weekends, that's Sutton's business. Or if she wants to keep it dainty and small, listen, I'm sure guys love that because you choke on it more. I don't know. But Dr. Tiffany Moon says that it is a common thing that some people do have sphincters. Yes, semantics. I agree, Mackenzie. Semantics. You're saying the same thing essentially. But it is called a sphincter, and Tiffany says that that is something that is more common than I think people realize. You can have a sphincter, and usually if you have a sphincter, you can have it stretched out. So, I mean, listen, Sutton just needs to find a guy with a big dick to stretch out her esophagus. I did love Erica's joke in the most recent season, or sorry, in the most recent episode where Erica's like, well, now it makes sense why she doesn't have a second date because she's not deep throating because she has a small esophagus. No deep throat, no second date. I thought that was funny. I know a lot of people are not fans of Anne-Marie. We haven't seen her enough. Like, she just came on the screen. Like, let's give her a minute. Let's actually get to know her first. I haven't loved her behavior on the show so far. I didn't mind. She was kind of sticking up for Kyle at Kyle's dinner party because I felt like that's Kyle's home. That was Kyle's dinner party. So for Sutton to be coming at Kyle in her own home, I didn't love that. So I guess, I mean, we can't have a double standard then, right? We can't be okay with Sutton being in Kyle's house at her dinner table and her calling out her marriage. And then we're upset that Anne-Marie is at Sutton's party and she has questions about Sutton's small esophagus. Like, you can't, I think too many people get hypocritical about this stuff. And it's like, you can't be, you can't be like, yeah, Sutton, call out Kyle because Kyle's BS and Kyle's phony and Kyle's this. And then you're like, no, Anne-Marie, that was so inappropriate for you to call out Sutton at her own event. Like, it's not your place. Like, everyone, I think, gives Sutton. I love Sutton, and I think she stirs the pot and makes the show interesting. But at the same time, I'm also like, we can't have double standards, and I think too many people have double standards when it comes to Beverly Hills. So, so Moon is like, this is a normal thing. You can get it stretched out. Like, it's fine if she has a narrow throat. It happens. People have narrow throats, and that's what it is. So thank you, Dr. Tiffany Moon, for weighing in on this issue, this very pressing issue. I'm glad you gave your patients a break. Come and break it down for us. I know a lot of people are going on TikTok and talking about esophagus and throats and all that stuff. So definitely got people talking about throats and tight throat. It's one like everyone was like, I have a tight kitty, but like a tight throat, that's a new pickup line. That's what she should put in her dating profile. I have a tight throat. It's so tight. Oh, I'm sure she'll get a lot of attention from that one. She'll definitely second. She should just own it. I have a tight throat. I'm gonna choke on it. But yeah, new episodes of Beverly Hills airing now. I'm enjoying the new season of Beverly Hills. I think it's been a good one thus far. Curious to see what else Anne-Marie brings. I was a little disappointed in the mid-season trailer. I thought it was a little lackluster, but I have been enjoying Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, the new one, the Roni Legacy version. I think that that's actually pretty good, and I'll chat about that in just a sec. But let's be real. No matter how well you know someone, gift giving is never easy. But this year, I'm getting all of those on my list, a gift that they actually want with Quince. Quince creates timeless essentials that never go out of style, and you'll have them in your closet forever. I got this new cashmere sweater that I can't wait to wear. It's like this cute yellow color, which is just like it's gonna make a pop of color in time for the holidays. So I'm excited. I can't wait to wear it at all of my upcoming holiday parties. I have one tonight. I have another one later this week. It's going to be a week full of festivities. But listen, cashmere is the gift to give. I bought myself a few good items from Quince, and there's this like black leather jacket. I've been looking for a really good one, but they can be so expensive, and sometimes they're like overpriced and the quality isn't great. So Quince has this black leather jacket that I've been eyeing. I think I might give myself as another Christmas present to myself, even though I should probably finish shopping for everybody else. But the best part is all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. And that's why I'm giving my nearest and dearest the gift of Quince cashmere this holiday season. So give giving better this year with Quince. Go to quince.com/nofilter for free shipping and 365-day returns on your order. That's Quince, QUINCE, quince.com/nofilter to get free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/nofilter. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I want to tell you guys about my latest wellness hack, and that is Dose for Your Liver. It's yummy and it's a great upgrade to your daily health routine. Why wait for the new year when you can start taking actionable steps right now to keep yourself on track? Unlike other wellness shots, Dose doesn't contain any of those standard juices or powders. Dose is formulated with organic herbs, it's vegan, gluten and dairy-free, and has zero sugar. Dose for Your Liver is formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support your liver health, like potent turmeric, milk thistle, dandelion, and ginger. If you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health, Dose is offering No Filter listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. Go to dosedaily.co/nofilter and use code NOFILTER. That's dosedaily.co and use /nofilter and use code NOFILTER. Okay. Should we talk about Brandi Glanville and Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4, the Morocco edition? Okay, because Brandi is calling out production. She's calling out Bravo. She's very upset with how she's kind of being vilified and all this, how hasn't had her back, how they haven't released any of the audio or the video from the Morocco trip that she claims will clear her. And now she's really coming hard. I think this is more of a reality reckoning than what Bethany was trying to do, or Bethany is claiming to do. I think Bethany's thing is very self-serving, but Brandi Glanville, she's going for it. So let's start with the first one. So 3 days ago, she tweeted out, she said, now they can kind of speak again. So I have so much motherfucking say. That's what she tweet 3 days ago, okay? She left it at that, and I was like, ooh, does this mean that she's finally going to talk about Ultimate Girls Trip? Yada, yada, yada. Then on Saturday, she tweets out a link from The Collector, and the link is about her, and it's about Caroline, and the title is, "It's highly likely we'll never see Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip with Caroline Manzo and Brandi Glanville. Between the controversy and the legal ramifications, Ultimate Girls Trip is likely to be unaired." I agree. I think a lot of us have kind of said that. There were a lot of questions at BravoCon that Andy kind of, said that he wishes that we'll be able to see it. We'll see. Right? So Brandi tweets out this link to this article and said, "This is character assassination. I'm fucking innocent. Producer told Marco to dance. JP, they had pretty sure told me to rip his shirt. That is the only time I had interaction with Marco. I was doing what I was told." Okay, so this is in reference to season 2. Ex-Wives Club, the one that happened at Dorinda's Bluestone Manor. And Butler, here's the cute Butler. He has recently filed a lawsuit against production and against the network, claiming that, he was sexually harassed by Phaedra Parks and by Brandi Glanville. And Phaedra slapped his butt and Brandi ripped his shirt off, and it was inappropriate, and he didn't want to do it because he had a girlfriend, he has a girlfriend or a wife and whatever, right? So he's claiming that Brandi and Phaedra, sexually harassed him, which people have watched that recently. And they've said, like, no, he actually seemed to be like willingly engaged and participating in this. And, you know, he didn't have any issues with it. Now it just seems that he does. And it was also interesting. Well, actually, we'll get into it. So Brandi tweets that out. She says it's character assassination. She's innocent. A producer told Marco to come and dance with them. And JP, I'm assuming that means junior producer. I don't know what JP stands for, but they told me to rip his shirt off. Okay. Then she follows it up with another tweet and says, I'm completely innocent. The producers ask you to do something and then you get in trouble for it. The producers need to follow the rules. And she continues, our butler in Morocco, this is Marco, our butler in Morocco was told to flirt with me specifically. I asked him if he had a girlfriend and he said yes. And I told him not to do it. And I did not participate. He was lovely. I didn't want his life ruined. So she claims that the producers told him to flirt with her. She denied his advances because he had a girlfriend, and I guess she knew it was going to be on TV. So she then sends a or tweets out a screenshot from a text message. She blocks out the name of the person, but I guess this is when they were in Morocco, right? So she says producers may not shove the alcohol down our throats, but they sure do encourage it, even in Morocco during the day where it's illegal. And then she shows the text message, and it says, "Yes, yeah, it's from whoever this person is, from the producer. It says, yes, yeah, that's my roll dog." And then Brandi responded with a heart. And then there's another text message that came after that says, "You, Vicky, and Eva should pull Phaedra aside to talk about your drinking game setup for today while at the spice market." So this is kind of producers influencing like what conversations they should have, and kind of, you know, making sure it's a fun ultimate girls trip. So interesting that, so it looks like Vicky, Eva, Brandi, and Phaedra went to the spice market. I don't know if they went together or they went in a group or they split up in two groups, but at least that crew was together. And they were on on season 2 of Ultimate Girls Trip, the last Ex-Wives Club, and they seem to have hit it off. So Brandi continues. And Brandi says, "I'm not going down just because people see me as an easy pile-on at the moment. All the other women vouch for me. It's interesting to see who Marco's lawyer is. Check it out. These producers need to be held accountable." So Marco's lawyer is Caroline's lawyer, which I found to be interesting. Like Caroline, I want to say like Caroline's family lawyer, like her regular lawyer, then decided to go and reach out to Marco. And I'm curious if, being that this lawyer has worked with Caroline in the past, if he thought, oh, maybe this will help Caroline's case if I take on another client and we find somebody else that's willing to talk about this. I don't know. And then Brandi continues with, even though I may like some of these producers, I'm not taking them off for them, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's time to fight back. The truth always comes out. And then her final tweet came yesterday, and she said, "It's completely illegal to walk around a spice market and shopping areas in Morocco with water bottles filled with vodka. There are designated places that you're allowed to drink, and it's mostly at night." So she seems to be alluding to the fact that producers had them with water bottles of vodka out in Morocco, which again, it is very strict, and they do have strict alcohol laws there. So she seems to be singing like a canary now, and I get it. You know, I get why Brandi's upset. She has been kind of made out to be, or she's scapegoat at the moment, and she's made out to be like the bad person that was hitting on Caroline and made her uncomfortable, and she's a drunk and she's all these things. Like, yeah, she is all those things, but you know, it's just interesting to see her finally clapping back and spiraling. I wonder if she's now speaking out because they're like, okay, the show's completely scrapped, so there's no real gag anymore. There's no real hold on them to not speak out at the point. But here's the thing too, because then Leah jumped in on it. Leah screenshotted what Brandi said, and she's like, "See, the producers make you drink, and then they make Brandi out to be the bad guy, and blah blah blah." Right? So Leah's vouching for Brandi, and I agree. I think Brandi. I understand Brandi kind of being like, it's fucked up that they're letting me hang out to dry and they're letting my reputation tank and they're making it seem like I'm this terrible predator when that's not who I am. And on the flip side of things, I also am like, but even if producers encourage you to drink, it's still up to you. Like Lala Ken is sober on the show. She does not drink. Mark Josephs does not drink. She's not into alcohol. Her mom drank a lot growing up, and alcohol is not of interest to her. Who else? Kyle Richards this season on Beverly Hills. She's not drinking. So if you choose not to drink, that's an option for you to not drink, even if it's encouraged or whatever. Like you also have to take a little bit of personal accountability yourself and not engage in certain things if you don't want to engage in it. However, I understand Brandi's point of being like, yes, but these reality shows are based off of this conflict and this chaos. And so they do want us to drink and have fun and be, cuckoo crazy. And so I get how you're rewarded for bad behavior. And then now suddenly, bad behavior comes up and now I'm being punished for bad behavior when normally you encourage us to behave badly. You like when we behave badly and we get rewarded for that. And now it's like, oh, well, no, now we're in trouble. And so we want to hold you accountable and kind of like make you out to be the bad guy in all of this, which I don't think is fair. And I think it's unfortunate because Brandi is good TV. I do enjoy seeing Brandi on television, but I understand her frustration. And I think, I understand her coming out and talking about all of this now. She's tired and her reputation is tanked. She's not getting the jobs that she had. She had a lot of jobs lined up and now it's all being taken from her. She didn't get to do the Traders reunion because of it, even though she was great on the Traders. So I think Brandi has a little more of a leg to stand on. I think Bethany and Leah and their reality reckoning, one, it's self-serving, right? Bethany's using it as PR. She's using it to her own advantage, which is dumb. I mean, it's smart for her own game, but it's not, I don't think it's genuine or real or altruistic in any way. And Leah, I think, is just trying to remove any sort of accountability for herself. And she's not taking accountability in her own actions and how her own behavior has contributed to a lot of this stuff. Because, I mean, come on, just everything that she says it's very contradictory. Even, her statements in the Hulu documentary Reality Reckoning, it didn't seem to make sense. A lot of the fact checking that they did seemed to debunk some of the things that Leah was saying. So I think Leah is removing personal accountability and that's not fair. But then with Bethany really doesn't have any skin in the game and doing boost ego. Brandi, I think, is somebody that does have a story. She has been burned by production. She is being burned by production right now. She's really suffering as a result of this. And even though there is some personal accountability on Brandi, and Brandi needs to be held accountable for her own actions. And if she chooses to behave badly, you also know, even if you get rewarded for that, you also know it's a double-edged sword. If you're behaving badly, you can't expect production to always protect you. And you have to understand that sometimes your action will come back to backfire on you. So we'll see what happens with it. But there we go. We talked about John Jansen. We talked about Brandi. We talked about Mauricio and his new girl. So we've mentioned it all. Thank you for tuning in today. I love you. I appreciate you. You can always listen to the podcast on all podcast platforms. You can listen and watch on Spotify. So if you want to watch the rebroadcast, you can check that out on Spotify. You can watch it there. You can watch it on YouTube, or you can listen on all your favorite podcast platforms. I am here every weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with bonus episodes on Fridays for members. So if you're a member of No Filter Plus on Apple Podcasts, or if you're a member on YouTube, there you go. Check it out. Subscribe. Leave me a nice review if you've been enjoying the show. If you're watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that little bell notification button. That way you always get a notification when the tea is hot and fresh and ready. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I love showing up every morning to spill some tea with you. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. I'm going to enjoy this gloomy LA weather. Hopefully rest a little bit because I'm ready for this little nasally sniffles to be done. All right, guys, you can always follow me at Just Plain Zack if you want to keep up with me, or follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack on Instagram. I love you. I appreciate you. I will talk to you later. Bye.